as well as their webcam and their microphone. Let's go back to the point when you schedule the live event and invite people to join the event group. Anyone designated as a presenter can connect to the live event via the event producer and be held waiting in the wings, as it were, until it's time to take center stage. Then the producer just brings them into the stream until they've finished. I've not used this, but from the example you're watching, it does seem really straightforward. By contrast, bringing a remote presenter into the live event using an external encoder like vMix is more complicated. To bring the presenter's video and audio into the live event using vMix, I would use vMix Cool, which is really awesome, lots of control, really powerful. But if the presenter was using their own PowerPoint deck or other assets, you'd need to integrate that separately using one of the methods I've outlined. The remote presenter couldn't share their screen as easily as they could in the basic workflow. As I said, for my live event, my presenters were in the same room as me. They were at the front of the room working from a separate laptop, playing their PowerPoint presentation from that laptop to large monitors connected behind them. For the live event audience, I integrated the PowerPoint deck from within vMix, changing the slides manually, following the changes on the large monitor. A couple of the slides did actually have very short video clips embedded into them, which I only found out about on the morning of the event. Plus, separate to the PowerPoint presentation, I already knew there'd be a much longer standalone video clip that did need to also be played. The workaround for this was simply to have all those clips sent to me in advance so I could bring them into vMix as separate inputs. Then, again taking my cue from the presenter, I simply cut those video clips directly into the program output going to the live event, so the virtual attendees watching saw everything at the right time. Clearly, it's a huge advantage to have a running order to work from, even if that does change along the way. The better way to do this, the way I'll do it next time, would be to send the program output from my vMix streaming laptop to the large monitors in the room via an HDMI cable. That way, both the audience physically in the room, plus the live event attendees watching online, would be seeing exactly the same thing, the output coming from my vMix laptop. To get around the PowerPoint presentation, I'd probably go to the Present Online method, which would allow the presenters to take charge of the slide changes from their own laptop, and at the same time, allow the slides to animate correctly within vMix or OBS if you're using that. And with that, it brings us pretty much to a close. What a mammoth journey of discovery that was for me, but very enjoyable and very productive. I really feel in quite a good place for this sort of thing going forward. Now, if you enjoyed this clip, if you perhaps learned something along the way yourself, well, a like is always hugely appreciated, as are comments and questions. You can stick those down below. And down there in that description, you'll also find plenty of links to the resources which helped me. If you're in the UK and you've been inspired by the idea of running a live stream event for your business, maybe the business that you own or you're just a part of, but maybe you don't have the confidence or even the equipment to do that live stream justice, well, do not hesitate to get in touch. If you're interested in learning more about vMix, especially its awesome vMix Call functionality, have a look at the clip that's on screen right now, where I detail how we got 6 remote guests into one live stream using vMix. If you're interested in video, especially if you're interested in creating better content, then consider subscribing to this channel, because that's what this channel is all about. Thanks for watching. In this clip, I'm going to discuss how to use the JVC GY LS300 camera to stream directly to a Microsoft Teams live event. Here's how the rest of the clip is going to be structured, and I've put these as links in the description if you want to skip ahead. What is Teams live event? Clips with background information. Be aware of your limitations. Permissions needed to create a live event. Setup walkthrough. Use cases and conclusions. Microsoft Teams is part of Microsoft 365, a suite of apps that's really popular with businesses, especially larger businesses and corporations. As a freelance producer, I don't use Microsoft 365. This year I have